Some stories don't begin with victory. They begin in the dirt, where life tests you, breaks you, and rebuilds you stronger than before. Life isn't fair. Life doesn't hand out guarantees. And life certainly doesn't pause to comfort you when everything feels like it's collapsing around you. You felt it, haven't you? The nights you thought the darkness would never end. The mornings you struggled to find even a flicker of hope. But here's the truth. The very dirt you fell into is where your strength is being forged. The very setbacks, failures, and heartbreaks are your teachers. The very challenges that made you question yourself are the ones that will make you rise. Some people see failure as the end, but we, those who choose to rise, see it as the beginning. And today I'm going to show you how to turn every fall into a launch pad, every struggle into a story, and every heartbreak into a power that can never be broken. Resilience is not built in moments of comfort. It's built when life pushes you to the edge. Think about the last time you failed. Not a small failure, a real one. Maybe it was a dream that slipped through your fingers. Maybe it was a relationship that ended when you gave it everything. Maybe it was a business, a career, or a chance you worked so hard for that still didn't turn out the way you hoped. When you fall, it's not just the external world that bruises you. It's your mind, your spirit, your belief in yourself. You see, falling is inevitable. It is part of the human experience, but most people are broken by the fall because they never learn how to rise. Some get stuck in regret. Some live in what-ifs. Some convince themselves that life is done with them. But you're different because resilience is in your DNA. It's the fire in your soul that whispers even when everything else screams, stop. Falling isn't shameful, it's necessary. Every setback carries a lesson, a redirection, a hidden blessing waiting for you to uncover. When life hits you hard, there's a voice inside your head that starts to talk. Some call it fear, some call it doubt, I call it the inner battle. It says, you're not enough, it's too late, you can't do this. That voice can be deafening if you let it control you. But here's what you need to understand. Your mind is a battlefield, and the voice that wins is the one you feed. Every time you fall, that voice asks, why me? But every time you rise, that voice learns a new language, the language of strength, faith, and persistence. You must train yourself to hear the voice, but not obey it blindly. You must question it. You must challenge it. Say to yourself, I have fallen, yes, but I will rise again, I will rise stronger, I will rise wiser. And every repetition, every affirmation, every deliberate act of courage builds the bridge from fear to resilience. Because resilience isn't just surviving, it's thriving while the world tries to break you. You see, resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to see failure differently. The world will tell you, failure is bad. Society will whisper, falling is shameful. But I tell you, the right perspective turns every fall into fuel. The pain you feel is temporary. The lesson you learn is permanent. The strength you gain is unshakable. Think of every obstacle as a weight in your gym. Every heartbreak, disappointment, and setback is a repetition. Every challenge is building your mental, emotional, and spiritual muscles. When you change how you see failure, you change how you respond. No longer are you defeated. No longer are you broken. No longer are you defined by the circumstances. You become the master of your story, the author of your destiny, the unstoppable force that can turn adversity into advantage. Here's the truth. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is that you rise one more time than you fell. Fall 7 times, rise 8. It's not just a saying, it's a law of life. Every time you rise, you prove 3 things. Your courage is greater than your fear. Your will is stronger than your obstacles. Your vision is bigger than your failures. And here's the beauty. The more you fall, the higher you can rise. Because each fall teaches you something invaluable. Where you are weak, you grow stronger. Where you doubt, you learn faith. Where you hurt, you learn compassion. Resilience isn't built in a day. It isn't built in comfort. It's built in repeated, deliberate acts of rising, one after the other, no matter what life throws at you. So, how do you become the kind of person who falls 7 times and rises 8? It starts with habits. Number 1, morning discipline. You start your day with purpose, even when tired, even when doubting. Number 2, mental training. You feed your mind with courage, wisdom, and positivity. You choose the thoughts that empower, not weaken. Habit number 3, emotional awareness. You recognize your emotions, but you don't let them control your actions. Number 4, physical action. You do, even when you don't feel like it. Action creates momentum. And number 5, reflection. You reflect on the falls and learn the lesson hidden in them. Resilient people practice these habits every single day because it's the small, consistent steps that create unstoppable momentum. Look at history. Look at the people who inspired the world. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a phenomenon. Oprah Winfrey was fired and told she wouldn't succeed, and she became the queen of media. These aren't miracles. These are examples of human resilience. They fell, they rose, they fell again, they rose again, and in doing so, they transformed the world and themselves. Your story can do the same. So here's my challenge to you. Fall today, rise tomorrow. Fall next week, rise next week stronger. Every time life knocks you down, you will rise higher than before. Start small. Face one fear today. Take one bold action today. Refuse to let doubt control you today. Your resilience is not an abstract concept, it's a muscle. And every time you exercise it, it grows stronger. You are capable of more than you know. You are stronger than the storms around you, and you were created to rise, no matter how many times you fall. Some stories don't begin with victory, but every story that rises from the dirt becomes unforgettable. Fall 7 times, rise 8. Build resilience, build strength, build a life that no failure, no disappointment, no heartbreak can take away from you. Because your legacy is not measured by how many times you avoided falling. It's measured by how many times you got back up. It's measured by the courage you showed when life cornered you, by the fire you kept alive when the world tried to put it out, by the strength you built in moments no one else saw. And listen to me, the world needs that version of you. The version that refuses to stay down. The version that turns pain into power. The version that keeps walking even on broken ground. Anyone can stand tall when the path is smooth, but only warriors rise when the earth beneath them shakes. Only leaders rise when they have every reason to quit. Only legends rise when the world expects them to disappear. And you, yes, you were born for more than survival. You were born to rise above doubt, to rise above fear, to rise above the failures that tried to define you. Because every fall shaped you, every setback strengthened you, every struggle carved depth into your character. Every moment you broke rebuilt you in ways comfort never could. So, when life knocks you down again, and it will, remember this, there is no shame in falling. The shame is in forgetting who you are. Stand up one more time, try one more time, believe one more time, rise one more time. Because the version of you on the other side of that choice is wiser, stronger, braver, and waiting. This is your moment to rise, not because you're unbreakable, but because you refuse to stay broken. Rise legacy, build strength that outlives you. And let your life become the proof that no fall can stop a person who chooses to rise.